So that was very special for me. I was in Mayapur, and one day this gentleman, this old Vaishnava, I don't know that he must have been a Gaudiya Vaishnava. Anyway, he came to the Pujari room. He was looking for someone to talk to, and he was holding this Back to Godhead magazine. And he said, is anyone here who is disciple of Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj? And a few of us said, well, we are. He said, oh, I have to tell something really special. He was very excited. He said, I had been the pujari at Advaita Acharya's house in Shantipur. You know that beautiful house where it's like a temple there now. He said, and for many years I served there in very humble capacity of doing the artiques and taking a little bit care of guests. And he said that many years ago, when I was young, I used to notice that there was this one Grihasta gentleman that would come, and he would sit in the back of the hall, and in a very sober and quiet way, he had his japa beads, and he would chant japa, and I would notice that he would weep, that he would be weeping, very much weeping. He said, so because of that, I didn't want to disturb him, but I would notice him, and whenever he would come, I would be so happy to see him. My heart would fill with joy. He said, and I would always try and give him some Mahaprasadam or some little thing, but I never asked who he was or anything like that. He said he always moved with great determination. And he was came in a very determined way, and he left in a very determined way. Sometimes he would stay almost all afternoon and just chant. And he said, and then after some time, I noticed that he didn't come anymore. He said, I looked for him, but he didn't come. And then he said, after a few years, one day I was doing my seva, and I noticed there was someone sitting in the exact place where he used to sit in the back, who was chanting like him, but he was wearing saffron robes. And he said, I looked quite closely, and I recognized that it was my old friend, the man that I had always watched. And he was chanting in that same way, but even more deeply, and weeping, so much bitterly weeping. He said he was weeping so much that he himself was weeping. And finally, he gathered together some Mahaprasadam, and he waited until that sannyasi was finished, and when he was ready to leave, he came up to him and he said, here, you remember me? I brought you some Mahaprasadam. And I'm so glad to see you. I didn't recognize you at first. What is your name? Who are you? He goes, I've been watching you for so many years. Who are you? And then that man said, my name is Abhay Charnaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj. And I am a humble and very fallen disciple of my most glorious Gurudev, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. He said, and the reason that I've been coming here for so many years is because this is the place where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu and Advaita Prabhu used to gather to plan the whole worldwide movement of this Sankirtan mission. They would come here together. This is such a holy place. He goes, so I have been coming here, and I've been praying at the dust of this place and at the dust of their feet for their mercy. He said, because many years ago, my Gurudev gave me an impossible mission. He ordered me to go across the ocean and somehow plant this Krishna consciousness, this pure Vaishnava Krishna consciousness on that foreign soil. Because I am not knowing how to go, and I am coming here and I am praying for them to give me guidance and inspiration. He said, and I'm feeling great mercy. He said, but tomorrow I am actually leaving. I am leaving Bharatvarsha. I am going on a ship. I don't know even which direction it's traveling. I'm going. I have no place to turn. I don't know what will happen except that my Gurudev has given me this order, and the personalities of this place have given me their mercy. He said, would you also bestow upon me your mercy? And so that devotee said, he said, oh, of course you have any mercy that I have to give. He said, I pray that you will be successful. And then Prabhupada said, may we meet again. And then Prabhupada took whatever little bag he had and he walked away. And so we know from history that that was when Prabhupada had come to leave, and he had come and made one visit to Mayapur and had come there also. And then the next day he left on the ship. Then that man told us, he said, so I never thought again. I wasn't thinking. I saw so many people, but often I would remember him and wonder how had he done, what had happened to him. He said, and then I started noticing a very strange occurrence, which was these white Vaishnavas started coming to our little temple. He said, but I was shy of them. I didn't know what to say. I didn't speak any English. He said, so I didn't speak to them. I didn't even know where they were coming from or how they had possibly become devotees. But then he said one day, one of them came and gave him one of these Back to Godhead magazines. And so he took it and he opened it up, and it was one of those ones where they had serialized Prabhupada's life. And there was this picture of Srila Prabhupada as a grihasta when he lived in Calcutta. And he said, and I see that that is him, and now I am looking here and I'm seeing that the Acharya, that is also him. He goes, he has done it, my friend. He goes, he actually did. He goes, I am so happy, and I just wanted everyone to know about your Gurudev and his glories.